Alright, we're just back doing our head now. Alright, so stock holes over here, 5/16 coarse thread. I got a stud kit on this one. That one must have come out. This one over here has been stripped. They helicoiled it and stripped it again. So now you got to be careful. And it looks like there's an oil gallery way down in there. Probably for something right there, I bet. Nope. Goes into that far, stops. What's this one do? Oh, that's what this one. Oh, this one goes way the hell in there. Okay, this one goes in between the valves. So there's your oil gallery going in. So this must be a motor mount bolt. Yeah, this is your oil flow here. So it goes in an angle like that, which is over that. That goes that way. That does not go down. I don't know if that goes anywhere or not. Looks like there's some kind of a hole coming in the bottom down there. Not sure. Don't know. That doesn't look like a plug. Oh, there's an Allen in there. Okay, there we go. That's an Allen set screw stuck in there. So that means that goes in like that. That goes straight into there. There's probably a hole that goes straight down at this angle here. And then how do they have a hole? There's no way they can drill sideways here, here, or here. This one goes in straight in. Probably some holes on the other side. There's a couple holes right here. One there and one big ass hole there. That's probably the one that goes to the rocker. Maybe. Watch the valve. Don't move it too quickly. Okay, that comes out right there. So that's a drain hole, not an oil hole. So the oil hole goes in through here. Well, it doesn't go very far because it stopped right there. It's plugged. What the hell that's supposed to do? Nothing on the cylinder there. What the hell? I have no idea what the hell these guys are doing. Harley's got some really good plans. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Okay, well I see no way of that they could have possibly drilled anything here. Even though it looks like there might be something down there. There's some kind of a gallery coming in. I don't know where the hell to get to it though. Yeah, I don't know how I got a hole in there. There's a drilled hole. There's no place to drill it. Unless that's down. Oh, that might be down in here. Oh, that's the valve spring, you dumbass. Okay. So don't hit the valve spring. That's what that is down there. It's a stupid valve spring. Okay, so fix this job. We're going to take this valve spring out of here so we don't damage it. Then I'll have full access to drill all the way down and thread it all the way down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 7/16 bolt. I'm going to thread that hole down in there. Go down as deep as I can. And then stick up no higher than what these studs here are because they told me these are hit the rocker box if you go any higher. So that height there. So that means you can go into that deep. Up there. Okay. See, figured it out. See, if you never worked on any piece of crap before, you got to figure out what you're doing. Okay, so I got to get this valve out of here somehow. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to get a valve out of a pile of crap motor. Probably some kind of a valve spring compressor. Okay, this was tonight's project. Didn't happen. And tonight's project is tomorrow's project because we are past 12 o'clock, or midnight, as some people call that. Okay, I'm thinking I can possibly use something like this to get that off. Let's see here. Let's see if we can figure out how to work on an M8 bike. Because I am not set up to work on these yet. Not really interested in working on them either. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. That is bigger than that. Okay. So you need a special tool that looks like this. That goes on there like that, somehow. It's kind of an adapter. This is not made for this one, this is made for some other application. So what else we got laying around in here we can use? Let's see, here's another pile of crap that was made. Now this one appears to fit on here. And it looks like it will compress an M8 valve spring. So we're going to use an adapter. Otherwise I have to get some new flimsy valve spring compressors to work on these flimsy small valves. Once again, I'm not really interested in doing all that. But at some point I'll have to. Oh. There we go. Now we go. Now we're on the spring. These heads have been all diamond cutted. No wonder he didn't want to go buy another head. I told him to go buy another head. It's an M8, they're going to be cheap. Well, I guess they're not cheap after you put a bunch of money into them. Okay, how are we going to get these keepers out of here? The keeper just went down the valve, they didn't come out. There's one of them. Another one's still on the valve here. Two out. Only takes two. Now I know you can say use a magnet to pull that out. Then you magnetize the damn things. When you magnetize internal motor parts, they collect metal shrapnel. Causes wear. I don't like that. So I rarely use a magnet. And if I do use a magnet, I go demagnetize it so it's not magnetic. It's a bad thing. Okay, one modified spring compressor. One valve spring out of the way. Okay, now we get to look at the valve. See what they did to it. They didn't back cut it. If you back cut that, you'll gain some power. They didn't back cut it. Rarely does anybody back cut stuff. Seems to be a lost art for some reason. Okay. So now you can see the hole where the spring used to be there. So now I can do what I need to do. Cut, cut, cut. Alright, so now I got to set this thing up over here somehow to work on it. We got to make sure that we can actually do the job too, would be nice. So the first thing I do is figure out what size hole that is. Alright, get some drills. Okay, so we need to figure out what drill size we need for a 7/16 coarse thread. That would be not 20 but 14. It takes a U. In case you want to know what a U drill is, OLU is a 368 thousandths drill, which means 3/8 would work. Now, if you had the other thread, it would be a W. That would be over 3/8 of an inch. So the two drill sizes are 368 and 386. So 3/8 is right in the middle. So you can use 3/8 if you have to. Now, what size do you think that hole is? We'll find out. So it's supposed to be a U drill. U would be this one. Appears we're already that size. What a shocker. My guess is probably 3/8. Yep, pretty much. Yep, it's 3/8 right now. Okay, so if we drill that down and tap it all the way down, we got a thread down this deep. It'd be that deep right there. But obviously you're going to weaken things a little bit the deeper you go. Oh well. I'm not the one that broke it. Alright, so this is our so-called hole size. So it's going to be a little loose. Okay, so we know we can do the job. I'll probably use a 3/8 drill to center the hole. So now I got to hold this head down somehow. So I'll cock it a little bit. Appears to be some dowel pins or something in the way. Make sure you're being held flat on the table. Appears to be flat. Feel like this. And it doesn't move around. You know it's flat. Okay, so I can put a clamp right here on solid metal. And I put a clamp over here where it's semi-solid. Or I can clamp it right here. It is solid, right next to where I'm working. So if we move that over a little bit like this, we'll clamp right here, right here. It's right between the part we're drilling, so it's nice and strong. Third one, you can put one back here. It's not really needed. Unless you want to do a little extra work. You definitely won't move it. You put 3 clamps on it. Not likely it's going to move with 2 clamps. Alright, so we have one right there. That'll work. I'm not going to clamp on the gasket surface, I'm going to clamp on the top of the head there. Okay, the other one I'm going to have to clamp on the gasket surface. So if you put a little piece of aluminum on top of the gasket surface, it'll protect it. That's only if you care. This clamp's not really going to hurt the gasket surface very much because it's flat. But if you put a little protective layer there, it protects it. Okay. Plenty of enough torque. Try to move it. It ain't moving. We're good to go. Gonna get that 3/8 out again. There's our 3/8 drill. This is actually a tap drill here. This is our centering drill to center the hole. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Drill chuck. Need one of these to hold the drill. Big drill. A little bit too high, so I got to drop the table down. As soon as I get the crank down this little lever over here a few times, each turns 100 thousandths. You get tired, stop. You always come back up a little bit so the table will center on the screw underneath. Alright. Just 3/8. Couple more turns, just make sure I got room. Okay. So, what we're doing here is, I'll take the camera on. We're going to center the table up here by going between the two sides. You can see how it's going to hit on this side first and not this, so you got to move it this way. Okay, so right now if you move it that way it's hard because it's like a 45-degree angle. You have to move this one and this one to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this, and we're going to center this way first, which is our y-axis. Just kind of eyeball it, see? And you turn it slowly. And you go to your x-axis, which is this direction. So you crank the handle over here a little bit. Like that. So you know it's going in there, see? You can hear it hitting on something. And just when you just come down, you'll see the drill go that way slightly. See how it moves over? So you go over and move the crank it over, which is going to be the top dial. Go about 10th dial over. See, it's not doing it too much now. So you go this way to check this one. That one appears to be good. Now you turn the chuck 180 degree because drills don't always go in the chuck evenly. See how it hits and the drill goes this way. Okay, so we go up here, 0 these. We're going to move this one over 5 thousandths. Close enough. Try it again. Turn it this way, see if it's hitting, or we got clearance. We got lots of clearance. So we're going to move it over some more. Well, we went back to 0 this time, so that didn't help us much. $13, go back to 10. You kind of listen. So on this side now is what we're doing. Go to 8. You don't hear as much ting 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 noise. Sounds even. You can't see it, but you can hear it. It's close. I'm going to go over a few thou. 3/1000. Go to 5. Okay, check this way again. It's at 7/8. There's an extra thou. Alright. It's pretty close. It rotates, but it's dragging a little bit somewhere. Okay, like I said, this is a 3/8, which is a little on the big side for what we need, but goes to there. Well, the inspector just came by. What are you doing, Scooby? Is that handling your way there? Is that tripod bothering you? Yeah? Alright, if you stand there, I can't work. Supervisor's in charge. Okay, so that goes in about that deep 3/8. We'll go ahead and drill it down to here with the correct drill bit here. And that should give us what we need. And we're going to go ahead and zero out our zero up here so we know exactly where we're at. So we can get right back with that. As long as we don't move the head, we know exactly where the hole's at. Put that in gear. Okay, it's our 3/8. It comes out. Put it away so you don't use it. Otherwise you might not like what happens.